Well, hello everyone, Larry back with you again, and it has been a rainy day here in Northwest Alabama most of the day today. And what I'm working on is my John Deere XUV550 Gator. The other day I started to put it in reverse, and I had a little piece to fall down on my foot, and I knew that wasn't good, so looked down, picked it up, and what it was this little end to the gear cable. This happens to be the cable that goes into reverse, and so I've ordered a new one and I'm going to try to get it put back on. Now what I've done is I've already got the Gator taken apart. It seems like that one thing, in order to get to this part, you have to take this thing off, and in order to take this thing off, you have to take this other thing off. So I'll show you here in just a minute. We've really got the Gator looking pretty pitiful. But what I'm going to do now is to let you join me as we attempt to put this new cable back on, see if it works. I ordered this. It is the replacement cable, and I ordered this off of Amazon. So I hope that it works. I've already noticed a little bit of a difference. The diameter of this threaded portion right here, as you can see, this area here is not quite as large as the original cable. I've located where it all goes, but putting it back together will certainly be the challenge. So let's get started. Thank you for joining us here on the channel today. I really do appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Let's get started. Okay, let me start by giving you just a little bit of a rundown on what I had to do to get to everything. And by the way, here is the cable. It's this section right here. Comes through the bottom of the Gator. One of these four that comes through here and terminates here in this gear shift area. But first of all, just to give you an idea, there's a panel that goes around this gear shift area that I had to remove first, and this is the high and low shift knob. By the way, I guess that would be the first. I had to take the knobs off, remove this panel, and then there's a you can see it here. This is the storage area, storage compartment that goes under the hood in this area here. And this is, again, the cable, and you can see that the cable has gone back up in here because it actually broke off right here off the little, this is a little piece of pot metal that makes this connection here at the end of this cable, and so it broke off, and the cable is down in here, but it goes down in here again under the floorboard of the Gator, and then terminates back here to transmission. But back to what I was saying, had to take this compartment here off. The second thing that Jenny and I did was to take off the bed. The bed lifts. You can see the hinges here. The bed lifts, and in order to access this, it doesn't lift enough, so it's better just to go ahead and get the bed out of place. Then I had to take the floorboard area out, but in order to do that, there's a panel that goes right here, and this is that panel here. And you can see, this is where you can see the fuel through, and the hump in the middle where the drive shaft goes to the front wheels. That goes right here. That had to come off. And then the floorboard itself, there's about I'm going to say probably 15 or so screws that holds this floorboard in place. But in order to remove the floorboard, because it is a harder piece of plastic, you have to remove the seat. And so around here, I'll just take you through, and you can see here is the here's the floorboard area, here's the seat, and all of this is resting on the bed of the Gator. What I'm about to do is I left the cable in here because I wanted to really see how it is routed, and to hopefully be able to route the new one up through the same area and get it up here to this shift lever. I am going to start back here at the engine and pull the old cable out through the area here, and then just try to reroute a little bit at a time, pulling the old cable out and rerouting the new one back through, just so I can make sure that I get it back into the area that it's supposed to be going into. One of the difficult parts is determining up here which cable it is. These cables go underneath this these little things here. I think the best thing to do is to try to see if I can bend them. And again, determine which cable it is that I'm trying to replace. There's a little circle-shaped retainer there, and I'm bringing it underneath it, or through it, and then back through here. I'll try to get some light down here so you can see. But this cable goes through this little retainer here. Underneath that little thing, let's see what we've got. This is the steering column here. I actually believe that this cable went through this hole here, which makes perfect sense. I knew this was going to be the hard part, and I was really hoping that I was not going to have to try to remove any of this dash, because the windshield blocks some of the screws for the dash, and just no room to get your hand in here, and all of this is one piece. You can see to remove the dash there's screws everywhere, here, here, and the windshield would block being able to access those. Swing the camera around a little bit and see if we can. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this cable is kind of back in place here and with these other four. And I've decided I'm just going to take my rubber mallet and see if I can pound this retainer back in place, and that worked out really good. And do the same thing back here on the back. Again, just maintaining the positioning of these cables. I think that looks pretty good. See a little problem back there. That cable, because it is as long as it is, it's laying down on the drive shaft, so it's rubbing on the drive shaft. So let's see what we can do here about bringing that cable up away from that drive shaft. I've moved the camera down so you can see, and the cables that are down on, there's two of them down on the drive shaft, and they're the two that I took out of that holder earlier. I'm still going to tie them together with the zip tie here, and then see what we can do back where that connector was. I've got this larger zip tie, and I'm just going to take this and bring it up and snug it through this frame here, just to pull these cables away. Just to pull these cables away from that, I believe that'll work good, just to pull them away from that drive shaft. Yeah, I believe that'll work pretty good to pull that away, and I'll just have to keep an eye on it and make sure that it doesn't break and allow those to come back down against the drive shaft. I do see something that I think I'll do right here. Just put another, maybe put a couple right here. I think that'll help too. Go ahead and put a couple of those. Okay, I think that'll work pretty good, and that'll hold all those cables away from that drive shaft. I'm going to go ahead and put this storage compartment back in place. I think I am finished up front here. So we'll go ahead and put this back in place. Again, just because it's fresh on my mind where everything goes, I want to put a few of the things back in place. Okay, I believe that got everything up front. So close the hood back. The hood has two rubber straps that latch it in place. And then this swings back into place. So that again takes care of up front. Okay, well there you have it, folks. Finished up installing the new gear shift cable on the Gator. This is a XUV550, and as I mentioned earlier in the video, I went to back up the other day and pulled it down into reverse. A little piece broke off and fell down at my feet, and it wouldn't do anything. So I had to order a new gear shift cable. Got that installed, took it for a test drive, and seemed like everything was working okay. We'll just keep an eye on it. I think the cable was somewhere around 80 bucks just for that little cable. But compared to taking it to a dealership and having them to replace it at $500 or $600, which I know is a reasonable price for all that you have to do, I just decided to attempt to do it myself, and apparently it just it seems like it's working out okay. So thank you folks for joining us here on the video. I finished it up this evening. It's late on Saturday night. As I mentioned, I have not put a lot of the things back together, the floorboard, back panel, seat, the dump bed, because I've got a service kit coming for it, which includes a new fuel filter, a couple of spark plugs, the oil change, filters, and everything. So while I've got it apart, I'm going to go ahead and do that. But one thing I did want to mention, if you would, be sure to ring the little bell. That way you'll receive notifications of when we upload a new video. So please do that. And until then, until next time, this is Larry, everybody. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody. See ya.